Transitions Life Center is leading the way in our community to provide options for young adults with special needs who have completed the ESC programs in our public schools.
They are entitled to be in school to receive their free and appropriate public education until the age of 22. So they age out on their 22nd birthday, which means most of the kids will go through a graduation process by the time they're 21. They can come back until their 22nd birthday. The problem lies in what happens on their 22nd birthday. They show up to school, we have a big celebration, we send them off, and then 22 plus 1 day, I'm getting a phone call, Miss Manresa, the bus didn't show up. And that's heartbreaking because the bus isn't coming back.
There are currently more than 8,000 students in the Marion County Public School ESE programs. The anticipation and excitement they have about graduation is short-lived, with the sense of loss they feel when the school programming is no longer available to them.
Because I waving for whole class.
Yeah, saying goodbye to your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My teachers. Yeah, I miss my teachers. Yeah.
It seems when they're done with that progress of their education, it's like they fall off a cliff. There's nothing else available out there for them to attend on a routine basis as far as getting an education.
It's crushing. It's crushing what happens to them, and they're sitting at home in front of a TV. I get phone calls all the time. Miss Manresa, when is the dance? The dance is once a year. They deserve more than once a year to get together with their friends.
No, it's so... people don't understand that this population is, I don't want to say the forgotten population, but unless you know somebody or have a family member, you don't know about this population.
To come out into the adult world and feel like you don't have any recourse when people say, oh, we'll put him on the waiting list, and we were waiting 4 years later for a callback for a place for him to be. When you're looking at, you've seen a child who does things begin to sleep all day because there's nothing for him to do.
I always knew that when my parents were no longer here, she was going to live with us, with my husband and me. And so we always knew that was going to happen. The reality of it is very different than what you think is going to happen.
It's challenging sometimes. Being a parent of a special needs child, let alone 3 of them, is very challenging. Both emotionally, physically, and financially. It becomes much after a while, And as you get older, it gets harder. It's harder to do as you get older, and you realize that.
Transitions Life Center provides hope for young adults with special needs and their parents.
I believe the passion that the people that work here, you can see they love their job. And if you love your job, you'll be able to do whatever it takes to get the job accomplished. And their passion is helping young adults. And we see that all the time, and Kevin knows that. So I think it's more receptive in receiving that assistance by someone that really loves what they're doing.
Strengthening independence is very important for our members. A lot of them come from the local high schools, and we want them to become more independent. And so we're trying to teach them skills that help that. Using a microwave properly, cooking, measuring, riding a bus per se. There's a lot of things we want them to explore.
TLC is really a great option. One, because it gives them a place to be where there are peers like him, and it gives the parents an opportunity to say, can feel reassured that he's in a good, safe environment.
We're going to downtown Ocala. We're playing the water, so having fun. And then we hang out and stuff, we hang out with friends. Then we come here on TLC, we eat lunch and watch a movie.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, and I like hanging out here. with my friends.
I love TLC. I love my people. Yeah.
While TLC is leading the way to develop programming, community leaders are needed to step forward to help with funding.
Programs at Transitions Life Center are funded primarily by individuals and corporations that support us. There are a few small program fees that are shared with the families, and then we have some scholarships that cover that, but the scholarships are covered through individual and corporate donations.
Now, from a broader perspective, this project we're starting, we acquired 22 acres from the city of Ocala. The mayor has been integral in that. We acquired a grant to help us build the building, and we've had some generous donations as well. That's going to help us. We still need some additional funding, about $300,000 to help us finish some of the outlying things that will be done.
Our community center is number one. We want to be able to expand our programs, but I see a respite house would be our first home that we would try and build just to give families a break.
Any donation provided today can provide a child with a full day of services at Transitions Life Center. $35 is a full day for a special needs child. What an opportunity for them to be able to be with their peers and to continue to grow personally. $35 provides a full day of care for one of these kids, and in a place where they're happy and they're alive again, as opposed to being on a couch watching TV. And it could be the same TV show over and over again. That's not a life. They deserve a quality of life, and TLC can provide that. I've seen it.
I would say that donating to Transitions Life Centers is changing the lives for others.
Just come down to our programs. Come down to the programs, tour TLC, tour Thrive, and you'll know why TLC.
There's hope for all of you. There's hope in Marion County. If you have special needs, intellectual disabilities, you can live a full life, and you can live your life to the fullest. You can live out to your full potential, and there's hope for you.